Just a short time ago, I spoke to Kathy Jackson, the National Secretary of the Health Services Union. She was in our Melbourne studio. Kathy Jackson, thanks for being there.
Thank you, Tony.
Now, what new material has come to light in this scandal which has convinced your union it was time to hand this over to the New South Wales Police?
Well, other than what we've read in the media and followed in the media in the last couple of weeks, there's nothing new insofar as new material. But as far as the union's executive is concerned, we felt that we had to act today. We've had this matter before Fair Work Australia now for 2 years. We still believe that the appropriate body is Fair Work Australia. They're the regulatory authority for unions and in other industrial organisations. They've had this report from me presented to them in, I think it was about March, or 2 years ago. In those 2 years, Fair Work have used their powers appropriately, I say. They've interviewed and subpoenaed people and got evidence. I was interviewed by Fair Work Australia on numerous occasions. The government solicitor was there. And as far as I understand it, their investigation is continuing. But because of the new allegations being made, and there are just allegations at this stage.
Which new ones do you mean?
Oh, the stuff that appeared in the Daily Telegraph, as I've seen it. I've been away. I got back into the country last Sunday. Allegations about hotel rooms, etc., etc. We felt that some of that material was not available to the union. A lot of that that was news to us.
Okay, let's get this quite straight. Is the union making a complaint to the police that a crime may have taken place and that the police should now handle the investigation? Because that's what everyone was saying was lacking, the union making a complaint.
The union has referred the matter to the police. The union has referred to, late this afternoon, the union has written to the Police Commissioner. We've delivered the BDO Kendall report, the internal review that the union had conducted. We've delivered that to the Police Commissioner. We've delivered a letter that the material we sent to Fair Work Australia. A lot of the material is still in Melbourne, so we still have to deliver that material.
Okay, but briefly, does your material suggest that crimes may have taken place?
Our position is, and always has been, we believe there's been misuse and misappropriation of union funds, and we still need Fair Work Australia to continue and finish that investigation. That hasn't happened to date. So therefore, because of all these new allegations that have come to light, we felt that we needed to act on behalf of our membership.
Is there any way at all that the use of a union credit card to pay for prostitutes could be legitimate?
Of course not. Of course not.
And yet it has happened?
It has happened.
But currently your investigation did not uncover who was responsible, is that right? And so now you want the police to get to the bottom of that?
Yeah. Our issue is, and always has been, and we've been upfront about this, there's been a misappropriation of union funds, we believe. There's been unauthorised use of credit cards, unauthorised expenditure. That is not normal union expenditure, and we want answers to that. This union and our members require answers to that.
Okay, if the identity of the person who used the credit card for that purpose, for the purpose of paying for prostitutes, is discovered, would that person, in your opinion, in the opinion of your investigators, have committed a crime?
Well, they would have committed a crime, I would say. Like, I'm not a legal expert, but in my view, as the National Secretary of the Union, as a member of this union, anyone in our organisation who misuses union money, be it for, prostitution services or other unauthorised services, has committed a crime. And in particular, they've defrauded the membership.
Is it clear from your investigation that Mr Thompson used his union credit card to make more than $100,000 of cash withdrawals?
Well, I'm not on this program to talk about Mr Thompson. I'm here to talk about the allegations that are out there. And what I mean by that, I'll be quite specific about that we have made particular allegations to Fair Work Australia about our concerns, and we want somebody to follow that up and let us know what has happened. Because what we don't know is there has been over $100,000 worth of irregular transactions, let's call it that. There has been money spent on services not authorised by the executive. And we're not going to jump the gun at that. We're saying we need to know who's done that and then take the appropriate action against that.
Very briefly, has that money all been paid back? Was it?
No.
Okay, so you're saying that you've found $100,000 missing dollars?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. What do you think about the culture of the union as it was run under Mr Thompson's leadership? Whether or not he paid for prostitution, that the use of prostitutes by somebody in that union credited to his union card could have happened in the first place?
I think that the union needed to have, or needs to have, and does have now, more importantly, checks and balances in place to make sure that never happens again. But I can't speak about the leadership of Craig Thompson. All I can say...
But do you know anything? I mean, do you know whether that was commonplace under his leadership of the union?
No, other than what we discovered in the exit audit that I asked for.
Now, you've repeatedly referred to your union members today, or many of them at least, as the working poor. What's the point you're making there? The
point I'm making there is our members that work in aged care facilities and in other health sector instrumentalities are the working class people. They earn less than $20 an hour doing work that nobody else wants to do. These people are salt of the earth. These people deserve answers from the union. We need to report to our members, and obviously the public needs to know as well. But more importantly, my role is to make sure the union money is expended in a proper manner, and using it on prostitution services or other unauthorised services is not a proper use of union money.
So are you saying that this extravagant and improper use of union money, no matter who did it, is a betrayal of the poorest workers?
It's a total betrayal of all workers, regardless. We cover blue-collar workers and we cover doctors. So our union covers all classifications across the health sector. The Health Services Union is the union for all health workers.
OK, one final question for you. You said you're not here to speak about Mr Thompson, but he's at the heart of this. Should he still remain an MP while these charges are investigated?
Well, that's a matter for him and the Labor Party.
What do you think?
Well, I don't. My view is that if Mr Thompson stands by his statements, and I understand late this afternoon that's what he was saying, he stands by his statements, then he should go on the record and repeat those statements. He owes it to the members of the Health Services Union, when he was National Secretary, what he stood for, and let's hear it from him.
Have you ever fronted him about any of these things directly?
No.
Would you like the opportunity to do that?
Oh, well, I'm happy to.
Kathy Jackson, we'll have to leave you there. We thank you very much for taking the time to come and join us tonight.
Thank you.